And here we are, truth seekers, back at you with all we know insight on the oh-so-glamorous world of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Hello guys, again welcome on our channel. The banterous beaners and my guts to tell it like it is, collect you readers crabs in a belated partial editions of piping hot royalty that will destroy your mindset. So sit back with your popcorn and listen up, because this tale is more insane than a blacked-out Prince Harry in Vegas. Secrets, the royals have all of our favorite kinds, but wait, hold on to your crowns people. It's a doozy we're jumping into today. From late great Queen Elizabeth left a secret letter for King Charles, word on the street. And believe me, it's juicier than a plum pudding at the Cratchit family Christmas dinner. Now back to the bigger point. If you have not subscribed yet, I mean come on guys, what are we doing? Like, subscribe and do not click the little bell near the upper right now. What's the big deal now, you wonder? So hold on to your hats, because today this letter is all about the one and online Meghan Markle. Yes, that's correct, our dear Queen had something to say about Harry's girlfriend. Spoiler alert, they were not great reviews. So, before we start doing that, let's rewind back for a second. Let us go back to May 2018, with the sun in the sky, creatures singing outside. Meghan Markle walks down toward St. George's Chapel, and it was as if everyone around the world watching her do so. This was the real thing of fairy tales, wasn't it? However, hold on to your horse guys, but royal insiders came to have their suspicions about just what was happening behind those pristine palace walls. Our lovely old queen, it seems, was as happy for this wedding to happen as a corgi in the bath. That's not just because she thinks Meghan wore a whiter dress than snow in the Alps. I heard she also thought it was a little too virgin for an ex-spouse. Your Majesty. No. But the Queen's issues extended beyond dress codes and preserving old-fashioned traditions. If the rumor dem true, Her Majesty saw zoomting in Meghan traditions. Before more persona Brereton come dengraglicious pawn Buckingham palates. Because Queen Elizabeth was one sage bird Yoda, and so she left a little note for Charles, probably crumpled in a teapot or taped to the collar of an unsuspecting corgi. I know what you are thinking now. Come on, critic. How bad could Meghan possibly have been for the Queen to issue this extraordinary, undead warning to her son Charles? So, aloud or otherwise, because y'all know you think these thoughts too, buckle up friends and start taking a guess at the next round of Speculation Alley. Well, according to some not at all made up and entirely legitimate sources of ours, wink, the Queen's letter portrays Meghan as a veritable royal Machiavelli in Manolos. Her Majesty reportedly believes that Meghan isn't satisfied with just the tiara and the titles. No sir, she wants all of the damn spotlight on her flawlessly contoured cheekbones. The letter allegedly tells Charles that Meghan, and I quote, is more dangerous than a bull in Buckingham Palace's china shop. It then implies poor old attention-seeking Lizzie would step in front of the sun if she got half a chance. Talk about a royal burn. But wait, there's more. And clearly the Queen was worried that Meghan's hunger for celebrity might take her to even darker and deeper dungeons than those said to exist beneath the Tower of London. Charles was warned Meghan hurtles towards eternal stardom hell without control. Dramatic much, Your Majesty? Ah, but I hear you saying. Surely this can't be true. Our sweet Meghan? What about that woman who put a spell on Harry and threw away her life as an actress to become royalty? My skeptical friends, I invite you to join me as we walk down memory lane and wonder whether there might have been some red flags that would surely disrupt the Queen's royal radar. Different matter, remember all the fuss with Meghan's dad just before the wedding? Thomas Markle had to pull out and Charles walked her as she pre-papered the aisle? Hint, it turns out Queen wasn't crazy about that. This person was as comfortable with this arrangement, just about the same way a swan is in kiddie pool. And when Meghan requested to meet Charles halfway down the aisle, eyebrows were raised more than a Beverly Hills Botox clinic. But it goes beyond the day of drama for your wedding. The couple has stepped back from their royal duties as senior members of the firm and moved to the West Coast, where they are spilling more tea than Boston Harbor during that revolution thingy. So they've interviewed them, written books about them, and also made documentaries, all of which have lifted the lid on how the royal family actually work. And quite frankly, let's face it, in that spotlight has been Meghan. I'm not accusing Meghan of being a kind of pantomime villain twirling her mustache in Montecito, cackling loudly as she plots the end to all monarchies. She is a master of the headline, that much we can all agree on. And if you believe this letter, that the Queen reportedly did indeed nearly die at Jaws part. But here's the real juice, my royalists. It's not just another letter warning Charles away from the attention-loving ways of Meghan, supposedly. No, there is a lot more to it. Our totally real, not at all fabricated sources tell us that the Queen was terrified Meg may topple the entire monarchy. For it seems that Her Majesty had been concerned about Meghan's modern, open style of royalty, and feared she might motivate others to think their way into the monarchy was out of date. Of the love of status quo, we all know how much royals are qualibetic for their quo. They've been saying just that where sie from centuries. The letter apparently implying that Meghan's existence in the royal family might infect it, launching some sort of domino effect trend something modernization blah blah blah. Asterisk 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 asterisk. To be honest here, can you imagine a public disclosure royal family? Perish the thought. But wait, there's more. Meghan could lead the royal family down a dangerous path and even change British society. The Queen warned Charles she was worried that Meghan Markle and her LA razzmatazz would cause a seismic culture change in the UK, replacing our stiff upper lips with pouty selfie puckers before you could say God save Queen. I hear you now. But critic, isn't change good? Surely the monarchy is as a great deal manufactured of custom, primarily based about perceived countrywide myths as it is born, and should not evolve with the instances? You know, my liberal friends, you may have something. However, if this letter is anything to go by, the Queen was less keen on keeping up with the Kardashians and more about keeping things traditional. The letter reportedly continues to warn Charles of the risks posed by allowing Meghan's influence spread too far. It plays on the idea of a future in which, yes, one might imagine that where with such things as phones and so forth, not to mention if instead you were more concerned about how many nuts are still alone posted and the nuts is on Instagram, rather than not caring at all for royal duties. In lieu of the state dinners, red carpet events. Also where the crown jewels get sold to pay for a reality TV show. The horror. But here's the kicker, folks. Not only does the Queen's note warn Charles about Meghan wanting to be in the hot seat. Oh no, it goes even further. Our super-secret sources say the Queen feared that Meghan's bid for attention could see her go down a very dark path indeed. The letter apparently makes the ominous prediction that Meghan's desperation for attention will reach a point where it takes over everything, and she starts taking more drastic action to achieve fame. It presumes a woman badly in need of validation, one who would allegedly turn her back on everything, from dignity and private honor to sanity, or maybe even the depths of Hades itself, just for some limelights. Now I know what you're thinking. Critic, quit being so overdramatic. I mean, Meghan can't be that bad, right? And my skeptical friends, maybe you are correct. As we're still discussing a letter from beyond the grave. Not exactly a player in the subtlety game. On the more biblical side, the Queen's warnings can get quite fire. She seemingly hoped that Meghan's desire for notoriety wouldn't cause her to end up in a fiery pit. I am not a theologian or anything, but I could be wrong. It seems the letter advises Charles to put Meghan in a metaphorical collar and lead, lest celebrity turn her. AFP 064 Isabel Infants at close 079222316.jpg, Adalia Kennedy, at Adaliacans, December 10, 2018. But my royal watchers, this is where it made a real turn for the worst. The letter is clearly not just meant to caution against Meghan's own possible fall from grace. Oh no, it goes even further. Their super-secret sources said the Queen was worried Meghan's trend could catch fire and it would be open season for everyone to jump champagne in along thereafter. This innocent letter is painted as the last cog that would set off a total royal family scandal and circus. All orchestrated by the puppet master herself, Meghan Markle. It foretells tell-all books, bombshell interviews and drama fit to make Shakespeare himself say, "Whoa, could you tone that down please?" I know what you're thinking. But critic, doesn't this all sound a bit much? The Queen, I am certain would not have been in any of this UDGE, and you might be correct, my rational friends, but this is the court of royal gossip. As welcome as a Republican at a coronation, logic and reason. The question therefore is, what should King Charles do with all this information? Per the letter, he is to maintain a telephone number and contact details for Meghan with those hellish pits, ready to swoop in at any moment and save her from herself. So, he gets to be a sort of princely dynamic duo, coming in for the rescue and either saving Meghan from herself or freeing the monarchy from him. Well, folks, this is the question to ask them. So what does all this that the future holds for royalty? This letter, for what it is worth, everything with enough salt to make the Dead Sea blush, suggests that some stormy days may be ahead inside the House of Windsor wannabes. Or will Charles take heed of his mother's advice, and keep a close watch on Meghan? But will Harry side with his wife, or your grandmother from beyond the grave? But the big question is how she will either confirm or quash the Queen's fear. We'll just have to wait and see, royal watchers. But one thing's for certain, true or not, we're in store for a hell of a royal roller coaster either way. So fasten your seatbelts, open those eyes wide, and for the love of God, will somebody think about the corgis? Which is the biggest, nastiest news this side of LA gossip as you're going to get? Is it true? Is it false? Is it somewhere in between? Who knows? But it seems that something about Adopt Me has us all talking, and ultimately isn't that the whole point? So what do you think? And that mastermind was Meghan. The Queen had feared she would be ETH1, clamoring for attention all along? Just a storm in a royal teacup? Share your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, watch this space for even more stunning revelations and exposés, and remember to subscribe on YouTube. Make sure to follow along with us for all the latest news on your favorite royal family members. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the latest news updates on the royal family. Bye for now.